Good morning, students. Today I shall be starting with a new topic that is regarding your novel Lord of the Flies, written by William Golding. Actually, previously I had given you the introduction to this particular novel, but and had discussed few chapters. But today I would like to discuss the themes which are present in the Lord of the Flies. Now, students, actually, you already know that a theme is an overreaching idea that runs through a literary text in one or some parts. It makes up the major point the author wants to convey to his readers. Now, see, this particular novel, and you already know William Golding, he had received the Nobel Prize for this particular novel, and it's having, multi-dimensional themes. And here today I will be discussing, as per the notes I have given you, there are nearly 10 themes, so it's very remarkable from that point of view. So it's already rich and it is having multi-dimensional themes, and you could go for more, but some of the overreaching themes which I'll be discussing here is that is loss of innocence, okay, and savageness and society, vice against virtue. Now this is one of the most important themes, vice against virtue, and end of rationalism. Then a fifth one is absence of social norms. Then sixth is dehumanization of relations, and seventh is, now this is again very remarkable, the nature of evil or vice, okay. Now this also shows that I'll be discussing it later on. And then eighth one is community against individual, and ninth is progress of civilization, and tenth one is the absence of laws. So whenever there is a question on themes, that is, you get essay type question also, questions which are nearly of 20 marks. So you will be discussing these major themes which are present in this particular novel. Now see the first one, that is the loss of innocence. Now you mainly know, though on the literal level you may find this novel, which is particularly, you may find it is meant just like George Orwell's Animal Farm, which is having a beautiful story. Okay, in the same way, you will find that this particular novel on the literal level, it may be very easy to understand, and it's mainly meant for the children, but no, that's not the thing. It is having very profound meaning, and you have to comprehend it from different point of views. So the first is loss of innocence. Loss of innocence, as you already know, when the plane crashes and all the these young ones, the teenagers, they are left here on the uninhabited island. So these people, because they don't have any guardianship on them, they are not having any laws laid for them. There are no parents to look after them. So what happens when they are alone here? So you will find that these children, and actually, if you take example of Jack is full of violence, because here he feels that I'll not be under anybody's rules or regulations, because Ralph, who is the main leader, and everybody follows Ralph, all these little ones also, and Simon and Piggy, who are the followers of Ralph. Ralph represents here, he's highly symbolic of goodness. So Jack, he's opposite to him. He is full of violence. He doesn't believe in what you say, rules, regulations. So he's always going to, he's hunting, he's killing the animals, and the same attitude, because there is loss of innocence in him, and gradually he's killing the animals, and gradually it comes to the these young boys. Simon is killed by them. Simon, who is who represents all goodness, who represents all ethics. So, loss of innocence. So, it shows that in a society where there are no rules, it's highly symbolic. In a society where the rules are not laid, what happens? What happens is gradually, wickedness, gradually the evil starts prevailing. So what we have to feel is, what we have to realize is that to overcome evil, goodness has to be in uh, uh, more measure, that is what. So I'll just read out few lines from here. Loss of innocence is one of the major themes of the Lord of the Flies. Piggy, Ralph, and little ones represent innocence. Actually, the little ones have been put in inverted commas because in the main novel also they have been narrated in the same way. The death of Piggy, now death of Piggy and flight of Ralph. Ralph, at the end, you will find in the last chapter, from fear of death at the hands of Jack and his hunters is the loss of innocence. So you can elaborate on this point. At first, the innocent boys have become hunters symbolically. However, later in the novel, they turn upon Ralph after killing Piggy. Hence, they become hunters of human life. This is where their innocence is lost in the maze of confusion. Now, the second theme is savageness and society. See, all themes, if you will see, they all are interrelated. Okay? Now, savageness in the society is another overreaching theme of Lord of the Flies. Through the character of Jack and his hunters, William Golding has wonderfully displayed that human nature can quickly turn from prey to savagery. Except for Jack, all others are just followers. The ways of Jack tempt them toward hunting, which is savagery in nature. Now, time and again, Ralph gives lot of, Ralph warns that Jack must look after, the he has to he has to lit the fire, ignite the fire, so that any plane or any ship passes by that area, so they are rescued from there. So he always has that particular thing in mind. Whereas, because he believes in peace, Ralph believes in peace, but Jack believes only in violence. He believes in savageness. So savageness prevails when people are not going for peace. Now, see, the third theme is vice against virtue. So, vice against virtue, you already know who stands for vice. Jack stands for vice and his followers, and virtue is mainly related with Ralph, with Piggy, and with Simon. So I'll again read out few lines here. William Golding has deliberately put children in the wilderness to evaluate. Now this is very remarkable. How goodness is an innate feature of human nature and how it loses against vice. It happens. It happens even in the modern society. Nowadays you see all the political parties, they just, they fight and they even win their votes, in the name of religion, and sometimes it turns into riots. So this is very, very remarkable. So sometimes the goodness, that is virtue, loses against vice. So what we have to do here is it gradually dominate others, and by the end of the novel you will find Ralph is left alone to represent virtue on that island. But what I find is the last chapter ends at a very positive note, because Ralph, who stands for virtue, is, ultimately he is rescued. So this also is a positive aspect of the novel. Now, end of rationalism. Now this is again a very important theme, that is, it is also related with the same thing, vice and virtue, and how Jack, how rationalism ends, because Jack, he doesn't think from, he doesn't have logic. He kills Piggy, Piggy, who represents all virtue, and with Piggy's death, the rational thinking among the children also comes to an end. Soon they degenerate into a herd of killers. This is what I was telling you, because always Jack's mind, it works on violence. He has been given the duty of igniting the fire so that they are rescued from this particular island. But what are they doing? He is more interested, in killing the pigs and other animals, and he takes pleasure in that, and he always want to shirk his duty. So this is what, that is why so much of violence, and gradually they start killing even their fellow members. So this is very important. Now see, the fifth theme is absence of social norms. Now, why does Golding, he has related a story in which the children are left alone on the island, because it is highly symbolic. Because when there are no elders to look after them, when there are no grown ups, as all the children, they are guided till 6 to 7 to 10 years, they are guided by their parents, they are taught, like in India we say they are given good sanskaras, okay, good sanskars. So what is the difference between good and bad, okay, all ethics, सारी नैतिकता है ना. तो these things are taught to our children by their parents, and nothing, nothing prevails with them in later on life, only good sanskars come to their rescue. So the same thing here, what writer is trying to us convey the message is, when in a society there is absence of social norms, so all riots or all violence is going to take place. So we have to go beyond these, what you say, problems. So I'll just read out few lines here from this particular note. The idea behind this theme, that is absence of social norms, is that it is the pressure of the social norms and traditions that force people to obey laws and rules of traditions. So, students, I shall continue this particular lecture. I shall continue it tomorrow. Thank you for today. Thank you so much.
उसके आने से जो लाइन दिमाग में थी वो भूल